Okay, I think, yeah. Okay, we're live. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. But I
Yeah.
am pretty surprised I got through all that. I'm not very good with technology.
We'll get you through it. No worries. Let me get this live up on the computer over here so I can keep an eye on the chat.
Hi, Bailey.
Hi, Bailey. Okay. So you're going to need moderators in the long run, and you can choose and ask anybody if they, want to do it. I would ask first before you just make them a moderator.
Okay.
And if you want to, I can't guarantee I'll be available every time you go live, but if you want to,
Right.
you can make me one, and that'll help you learn how to do it.
Okay. How do I do that?
Okay. Mute that. So on your chat in stream not StreamYard, on YouTube itself.
Okay.
So pull if you have your computer there, do you have your live pulled up?
No, I just have it on my phone. I can pull it up.
Pull it up on your computer and mute it as soon as it comes up and starts playing. Mute it so that way you don't get a bunch of background feed.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I usually mute and pause because the chat still goes.
There we go. Oh, I see. So, because earlier I just went to like create a new broadcast, but it's under your videos and then it shows like the ones.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Actually, I think that's the one from earlier because it says 12:14 and it's 12:31 now. So that must be the video from earlier.
Possibly.
Yeah.
The trying to get it going. But yeah, it's on actual YouTube, not StreamYard, but YouTube. Thank you, Bailey.
Okay, so I pulled up the video from earlier. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
You have to pull up this one.
Oh, this one, huh? Yeah, it's not showing this one for some reason.
You might have to refresh.
Yeah, let me try to like
go to your home page and then click on the button that says live in your tabs.
Okay.
And then it'll show you as live. Sometimes it takes a couple of minutes for it to get kicked into gear there. Hi, everybody that's coming in. Just bear with us, please. We're trying to get Heather situated.
Yeah,
make sure that she has everything going good.
Okay.
Like Irish Spring. She said refresh like Irish Spring.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it's just showing that one video from when I was like not talking, like when you couldn't hear me. That is so weird. Past me. Huh.
Okay, when it comes up and it pops in to your feed and you can pull it up while we're live.
Yeah.
You'll go to, I'll comment on the chat and you will click on the three dots on the right hand side of my comment and it'll give you options and you just put add moderator.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want to comment now because it may disappear by the time you actually get it in your news feed and stuff.
Right.
So how is Miss Bailey today?
Oh, thank you, Bailey.
That was sweet. She's a good moderator too.
Yes. That was awesome because, as you can tell, I don't know much about any of this stuff. All right.
Hello. Working on finishing her shawl. Well, I have a whole bunch of things going on myself. No sound, dear. Is that the new one?
No, I think that was like the old one. It brought up like the old one for some reason. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the only one it will let me see is the old one that we went out of. I don't know.
That's
why.
okay. You still have time. You really
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the
Yeah,
big
we'll figure.
T
I'll figure
word
that
right away. I still don't have an issue. Let me knock on wood.
You're right.
I had a potential, but it kind of disappeared on its own. I think twice I've had a potential, but they disappear on their own.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll figure it out soon.
Yep. Well, I was working on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday tutorials, and I'm having an issue with it going inward because of the pattern. The second pattern is drawing it in. So guess what spring gets to do? Redo everything.
Oh no, I hate that, but it's part of the designing process.
Yeah. I'm like, really? I was hoping I could make it work, but no. Unfortunately, it's not. So
right.
I just gotta redesign the layout of the patterns in order for it to work. Yep. Frog.
I know. I'm like, I have so much stuff going on. It's crazy. Like, I joined this Cal, and I should have been doing like a little bit. Like, I'm only supposed to do a little bit each day, but like, I don't know. I really want to like wear it. So I'm like, I just want to keep working on it. And so I can't stop working on this. And like, I'm supposed to be working on my husband's sock, and now my daughter wants me to start her poncho, which I found this from the same designer of the cow. She has this beautiful cabled sweater dress. So I think instead of a poncho, I'm going to make her that.
Yeah. Nice. I like the sounds of that.
I know, right? Yeah, it's okay. She uses velvet, which I love velvet yarn, but I hate like it worms and stuff, so I tend to try to stay away from it. So I'm like, I don't think I'll use velvet, but
yeah, Miss Bailey wants to know what you're working on.
So I am working on this is the Tilted Tunic Cow. I'm trying to think of her name. By I Need It Crochet, I believe her name is. It just started on Monday. But like I said, you're supposed to just make like 2 small triangles, and then I didn't have patience for that, so I'm pretty much to the point where I don't know. I don't really get this design. I've never done something the way she's made this design. Like apparently you like connect these 2 triangles somehow, and then it works from the sideways like down, and it's like almost like a dress. So I'll be very interested to see how that works out. I think that's why I just want to keep working on it, because I'm like, I don't see how it's going to work out. So I'm like, I need to see how it's going to work out. I've always done, like top down raglan style, or where you do like a flat piece. And so, you know what I mean? Like I've never done this. So yeah, I'm just really interested to see that. I also been working on my husband's sock. I haven't got very far. I'm like on the heel decreases right now. So.
And which heel are you doing?
The slip stitch heel flap and turn. I was doing the shadow wrap heel by Earth Tone Girls. Like I follow
Yeah.
her videos, and I like that, but just I don't know. I have a really big heel, I feel like, and it just didn't fit me great.
Mm.
So I had when I first learned, I tried this slip stitch heel, and I loved it, but it was like so hard. I was like, yeah, right. So then I learned the shadow wrap, and I could do that, but it just didn't fit great. So I decided to go back to this, which this time I watched. The Earth Tone Girls came out with a video where it's the heel, it's a slip stitch heel flap, but simplified, so you don't have to like move the stitches all around. So
Right.
now that I learned that, I was like, yes.
Hi,
That's
Nisi. You're not late, honey. We just got up and going a few minutes ago. Bailey wanted to know what if you remember the name of whose pattern that was, the tilted.
yes, I know her, like her name is I Need It Crochet. I don't know like her actual name, but that's like her,
I Need It Crochet.
yeah, it's like her channel name or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think she just started like a channel too. I noticed she has like 1,000 subscribers, so I think she recently started a channel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, her designs, she has so many. She designs like a lot of cardigans and stuff, and she has some really pretty designs on there. So check her out.
Now, if you want Bailey or anybody in the chat to come up and you have no way of giving them, like you did me in private
Mm-hmm.
message, you can copy the link and post it in the chat, and that's how people can come up. So if you wanted to do that, that would be fine with you, and you can do that and they can come up, whoever, whatever. But also remember that you might end up with somebody down in the basement. You're kind of like, you don't want them to come up. So before you let somebody actually come up, you're kind of cautious as to who's down there.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes there's some odd folks that come up in the basement.
You're so funny. Yeah, that's good to know though. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Lorena.
Lorna. Hi, Lorna. I don't have my chat big over there. Having to squint. There we go. Now I can see it. Yay! Shared you out, girl, on my community tab. Whoop whoop. Nisi put you in her community tab. Yay!
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. I'm about a little over halfway done with this really long tube that will be a double layer hat when I'm done with it.
I know, that's cool. Is that one that everyone was making? I can't think of the name of it. A crazy sock lady kept making those hats where it's like a really long tube, and then it goes inside itself and it turns into a hat.
I don't know who's making them. I'm just replicating what people make on the Addy by actually hand knitting it.
That's cool. Yeah, I thought at first I thought that was like the Addy one. I couldn't get an Addy because they were sold out, but last year I got what's I can't think of the name. It's like the
Centro.
pink one. Centro, yeah, that one. Yeah. I only used it a couple of times last year, but I'm gonna try to break it out and get some hats going. I seen someone was making these scarves from it, and then they cinch up the ends and put like pom poms on them. I thought that was so cute. So for Christmas presents, I want to make a few of those.
No, Bailey, it's gonna be a hat, silly. Double thickness hat. I have the other one that I made over here.
Ugh. It's funny, a body sock.
Yeah. Yep, that's the other one.
What yarn is that? That's so pretty.
Red Heart Mexicana.
Huh, I've never heard of that
It's
before.
meant to be knitted because this is the same yarn crocheted.
Yeah. I think it's so crazy how like you can take one yarn and it looks so different knitted than crocheted.
Yep.
Honestly, that's like part of the reason I learned to knit, because like I feel like there's so much yarns that just look so much prettier and knit. Like the
Yep.
pattern just like comes out so much nicer, you know?
Yep.
Which my
Thank
first
you.
love was crochet, so I ain't going against crochet, but
Yeah, even weaving, some yarns look better woven than actually crocheted or knitted. It is
mhm.
so odd.
It's yeah, I think it is too. It's crazy like that. The first time I really noticed it was with the bloom yarn. I fell in love with like the DK weight bloom yarn, and it's just it makes these beautiful patterns in knitting. And
Right.
with crochet, it doesn't make like the flower pattern. So I'm
Right.
like,
I like looking at the little swatches of them at Hobby Lobby. I've never used the bloom yarn yet,
mm.
but I do like looking at the little swatches of them. There, it's really cute knitted.
Yeah, the DK, I like the chunky one too, but the DK weight one, you should try that one. It is like the softest thing ever. Like it's so soft and squishy, and it's so
Yeah.
nice. I like the chunky one because it works up super quick. I
Mm-hmm.
actually got 4 balls of the like it's like white with little specks of pink and green in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna make like cinnamon stitches a cardigan thing that she had made, but I decided I want to knit like a throw, make like a little throw with it.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Be right back. Okay. Hurry
Okay.
back, Lorna. Yep. There you go.
I just got a bunch of Christmas yarn too. Well, not a bunch. I got some. I want to start making some Christmassy things.
Yeah. Bailey said, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay. So let me think. I'm married. I met my husband when I was like only like 15. He's like pretty much the only one I've ever with. We've been together for a long time, and we got 3 kids together.
Oh.
I have like a 16-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 9-year-old. Trying to think. I started crocheting like I think almost 10 years ago, maybe a little more. Like in the beginning, it was kind of off and on. And then my brother had died like 9 or 10 years. It's been like 9 or 10 years. So like right after he died, I was like 8 months pregnant when it happened. So then after
Man.
that, I was so obviously my hormones were crazy. So I ended up after I had my baby, within a few months, I ended up coming down with like a really bad anxiety condition. So that's like when I really got into crocheting to keep my mind busy and all that.
Yeah.
And kind of just like, in the beginning, obviously, I was like horrible at it. I make blankets that were like, my husband's like, he'll get there someday, just keep going.
Right?
He's up.
Exactly. Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So I just kept going, and probably within a year, I started getting good, and ever since I've like literally just I don't know. I can't remember like I crochet every day. Like I see some people like where they don't do it for like weeks and months. And I'm like, I don't know. Every day I wake up and it's like the first thing I think about, like, oh, where's my crochet? Now that I learned to knit, it's really bad. I'm like, I got to knit and I got to crochet. But so I don't work. I'm like on disability and stuff for my anxiety. So I'm home a lot with the kids, so I have plenty of time to crochet and knit and all that. That's kind of part of the reason I wanted to start this channel because I watch all these other channels. Like I'm really big into like watching YouTube. Like I literally at least watch it like a couple hours a day. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but I don't know. I just feel like I want to support all these people and I love watching it anyway, you know, and so I was like, oh, I should start my own channel. Like I crochet every day, like all day. So I finally took the leap and decided to start a channel, and here we are. I'm getting
Glad
there.
you did.
Yes. Me too. That's how I met you, and now we're friends. And
Yep. Bailey has some more questions.
Okay. Who taught you how to? Okay. So my mom crocheted a little bit. Like she was the type of person where it was like she never got past crocheting like a blanket and that's it. So she she basically got me started. But like within a couple of months, I was just like bored of blankets. I'm like, no, I need to venture off. So I ended up, you know, like a YouTube videos, and luckily we have that stuff these days. So I watch tons of YouTube videos, and so I'm like kind of self-taught, but she taught me the basics. And my favorite color, it used to be blue, but like the last few years, I'm like obsessed with hot pink. I'm totally turned into that hot pink girl where I'm just like, oh, everything hot pink. This spring. My kids are the same way. They're like, Mom, you're crazy. Let's see. I'm also really into purple too. I love purple too. And purple. What kind of yarn do you prefer? So I pretty much have always been into like acrylics. With 3 kids, I don't have lots of money, so you know, acrylics is kind of my jam. But lately, the last like 6 months or so, you know, I started venturing to wool because I learned to like knit socks and stuff, and I want like superwash wool for that. So yeah, I'm really into the hand dyed stuff now. So I feel like I'd rather like save up my money and order a couple of skein or hanks or whatever you want to call it, of like hand dyed yarn rather than buy 50 balls of acrylic. So, but my room, like if you saw my room someday, maybe I'll show you guys. It's like yarn, acrylic yarn everywhere. So I have plenty of that. So now I'm trying to build a stash of the lovely hand dyed yarn.
What are you 2 girls talking about down there? It's like an auction over there. I'll see you're 25 or you're 25 and raise you 25. What the heck?
Yes, purple is awesome.
Okay. Of course you are, Bailey. Yeah, it's so hard to watch when you're using your phone without having the chat up somewhere else. I can pull up my chat, but I'm always worried that I'll end up doing some kind of weird thing, forgetting that I'm on camera, and be like, oh my gosh.
That's so funny. Yeah, next time I'll definitely, well, I'm going to try to have my husband look at my computer probably today or tomorrow and figure out what's going on with the mic so that I can try to be live on my computer.
Yeah, you might end up having to get an external mic.
Yeah.
Over time.
If I have to do that or something, figure it out. I think I need to get one anyway because I record when I do my YouTube channels, I do it on my phone. And like the last one I did it, I feel like it wasn't like loud enough. And I noticed like with some other people, they wear like the little mics on their shirt or they have the little like microphone thing. Like, so I feel like I might need to get something.
I don't, but I'm also sitting at a desk pretty much right on top of my phone.
Oh, yeah. See, I have like one of those light ring things and it like holds your phone. Yeah. So.
Mine is, my light is that directly above me. Yeah. And I drop it. I actually have it suspended from the ceiling and I drop it down right over the top of my hands where I'm working.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. See,
so I'm like in my phone talking and videotaping.
Yeah, my room like doesn't have good lighting, so I found one of those light rings on clearance. So I was like, $20, I'll take it.
You should have seen. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome.
Hi, Stephanie.
You should have seen the getup that I had going to videotape my first videotape for my Nano. I'm like stacked up on boxes, pushed all the way off the side, taped down on one end of my phone, and hoping I have enough room to show what I'm trying to show.
That's funny.
And I'm doing it in the window so that way there's daylight.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Now I've got a table mounted boom, and have my light, fixed to the ceiling where it can drop. But it takes some time, and there's still things, I want to change and get better equipment. But for right now, I'm much happier.
I think it's how it is with everyone. Like as your channel grows, you'll put more into it. And that's like me, like, I definitely want to like eventually do tutorials. I don't think I'm quite ready to be there yet. Like, let me get a little less nervous with the YouTube videos. Maybe
right. There you go.
But yeah, after, some time when I'm better with it, like I definitely want to learn to do tutorials because, like I said, I've been doing this over 10, 12 years. So I think I'm finally at the point where I could teach other people too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all a matter of you kind of put into it what you want to get out of it.
Yeah.
And that's how I always looked at anything that I'm doing is I put everything into it that I want to get back out of it.
Right.
I get disappointed sometimes because I don't get it back, but
yeah, that's like me. Like, I think I just overthink it too much. Like, I haven't put out a video in a little bit, and it's like, I just feel like I have nothing to like talk about or show. So I'm like waiting for like yarn haul things to come in. But I think my problem too is I signed up for like 2 test cardigans that I couldn't talk about. And then I just finished one of them and I hate it. So I don't even want to show it. Like, oh my God. But now that I'm done with that, I'll actually have time to start making things that I can show and have more to talk about.
Hang on. I'm between errands, so I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you're here, Stephanie. And Bailey said, I have 4 minutes before I have to go. And guess where I need to go first, Spring? I don't know. Either the post office or the little girl's room. She said, there ain't no little girls here. I go to the big girl room.
That's right.
Oh, man. No, what did I don't know. It said that it was in transition and only to a certain point, and then the package disappears on my side of things. I can't track it once it goes through customs. And the last I knew is it went out 2 days ago from Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. It left Chicago like 2 days ago, her package, and I can't. Oh no. You got my thumbs up, Heather, and I'm glad you figured things out and I got to meet you in person on screen.
Thank you, Bailey, so much. I'm so happy that you came. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know, I'm waiting. I ordered from Hobie. It's only like my second time ever ordering from them. I'm just like, I ordered Christmas sock yarn and I'm freaking out. And I'm just like, hurry up. I got the email yesterday that it shipped. So now I'm really like,
right. She said she has to go to the little girl's room first.
That's funny.
No, just, I see where you're coming from as far as you feel like you have nothing to talk about when, you know, you go to do a video. But, from what I understand, try to make it at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what they want to see is at least 10 minutes, unless you're doing a short, which is 16 seconds. And I mean, depends on how much you really think you don't have to talk about.
Right. 16 seconds, that's pretty short.
16 seconds worth or 10 minutes worth.
That's funny. Yeah, most of the time I have more than 16 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what I think too. Like, that's why I try to keep them between like 10 and 20, because I feel like when you go over like 20, 30, people start to get kind of bored. So I figure like 10 to 20 is like a good time frame.
Yeah, they start to drop off after a little bit. Yeah, it's just playing with it. And honestly, don't worry about the analytics, because if you do and you have anxiety, you're going to need more medication. I am not kidding.
No,
the
yeah.
Analytics, how they do their analytics is so ridiculously stupid. I mean, you sit there and you go around. I sat at 106. I watched it. It was hilarious. 166 subscribers, right? For 48 hours, I gained 5 subscribers. I was still 166 subscribers.
That's weird. What the heck? That is weird.
And it's the same thing like right now. I jump up to 152, then I'm down, or not 152. Yeah, I jump up to 352 and then I fall back to 339 and then I'm back up to 350, 351, back to 349.
I noticed it is weird like that. Like even with mine, like, you know, when you like gave me the shout out, like it helped me boost up to like around 30. And then I was at like 33 and then at 35 and then down to like 31. And now I'm finally back up to like 36, which, you know, at first I kind of cared about that. But, you know, I'm just happy. Hopefully I can keep my 30-ish. And, you know, I'm happy with that. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, you know, if I ever get up to 100, great. You know, I'll probably do a giveaway and whatever will go from there when it happens. But for now, I'm just trying to like enjoy it. And share my creations and have fun, you know?
Yeah, you can't stress too much about it. I put a lot on myself, and Jeannie, she said yesterday, her and I were talking, I think it was yesterday. She goes, "Why did you tell me you went live?" I said it was a surprise to me.
Right. It was a surprise to me. I
didn't know I was going to go live until I come back from the barn. And I was like, well, I guess I'll go live. But yeah, I mean, I put it on myself that I was going to have something 5 days a week.
Yeah.
Something. And then I started doing, okay, well, I'm going to do tutorials Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And Thursday I go live. Friday is my Friday episode to talk about what I've done this week.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, and I put that on myself and I pressure myself to do that.
Yeah. I would like to get to that point where I'm at least like, you know, maybe 3 days a week, like, you know, maybe once the holidays are over and stuff calms down a little bit.
It's a lot.
Yeah. for now, I figure I just, I want to at least be once a week. Like, I know that.
Mhm.
Like, the last couple weeks, I've been kind of like in a funk, and my kids got wicked sick. My daughter was sick for like 2 weeks, and then my husband got, and it's like
Oh.
been crazy, but everyone's finally better. And now I got to get out of my funk and get back to my videos. I
There you
also
go.
have my Yarnable subscription coming. It's funny. She like put out this like question the other day, and like all these people answered and no one could get it right. And then I ended up getting it right. So she like messaged me and she's like, "You were the only one that got it right." So then we were like talking for a few minutes, and I was telling her how like I've tried a bunch of other yarn boxes and like
Mhm.
didn't really like any of them, but hers is freaking amazing and I love it. Every month I look forward to it so much. She does like hand dyed sock yarn.
Oh.
So I get like one skein of sock yarn, make beautiful socks with, and it's just like she always has like these awesome little extras. And so I was like telling her how I love it, and I told her I have a channel and stuff. I was like, go check out, because I do an unboxing like on my channel, and
Right.
so
Gonna take you on a field trip. I gotta get more coffee.
okay. Now I went to Dunkin's and go. My husband hates when I make him go to Dunkin's, but what can you do? I need iced coffee.
Yeah, I mainly drink hot coffee, but this was getting to the point it was almost too cold to drink
Yeah.
without it having ice in it or being seriously iced coffee. It was
Yeah.
just that midpoint where it was kind of like I need some more hot coffee.
Right. See, I'm like really picky with my coffee. Like I used to drink hot coffee a lot, but once it's like not hot, like I don't really like it. So then I started drinking iced coffee, and now I'm just like every day that's all I want is iced coffee.
Yeah. I like
So,
it. I'll make iced coffee. My grandfather used to drink black iced coffee all the time. You'd think he was drinking soda, and it wasn't.
take a sip of
Which was
that.
fine with me because I like, black coffee. That's good for me. But
Right.
it's funny. He'd drink iced black coffee. No, you guys stay in there.
Yeah, I wish I could drink black coffee. It's so much better for you with no sugar and cream and all that, but I just can't do it.
Yeah. I use sweetener. I quit sugar many, many years ago. I use sweetener.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I know. I need to be at that point. Like, I want to lose some weight. I've been in this funk of like, it's like the biggest I've ever been. And I'm like, all right, it's time to lose these pounds.
It messes with you too when you're dealing with that. I've been down, not down. I still do what I have to do because there ain't anybody else that's going to do it. I'm the only one here. So,
Right.
My knee, it hurts and aches, and I've gotten to the point where I'm taking Tylenol twice a day on top of my anti-inflammatory medication.
Yeah.
So I'll be glad when the surgery is over with. I hope that it isn't any worse than it is now. But it's, it messes with you when you're feeling held back.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of my thing is like with my anxiety and stuff. Like I get like, and right now I have a lot of teeth stuff going on. So I've been getting like dizzy a lot and stuff. So it's like, it's hard to want to get up and exercise and, do all the stuff when you feel crappy. And,
Right.
But then at the same time, it's like it's so hard because at the same time, I know I feel tired and crappy all the time because I'm not getting enough exercise and like being healthy. It's like a catch-22. But
I was noticing this morning and yesterday morning, my heart rate was higher when I went to the barn to take care of the animals in the morning before my meds kicked in. And I was like, something's going on, which is not good because Friday morning, I go for my pre-op stuff for my knee surgery, and they're going to run an EKG.
Yeah. So
That might put a halt to having surgery if my heart's doing some funky stuff.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
I've got internal pulsating is what I'm feeling. And I'm like,
It's so scary, like when it's heart stuff. Like with my anxiety, it does like palpulate. Like it feels like it's like skipping or something. The doctor said it's like palpitations. He says it's normal from anxiety, but I'm like, it don't feel normal, okay? But what can you do? It's hard because I've been like off medicine. I need to get back on medicine, but it's just with this whole pandemic, it's like so hard to get in with a psychologist and stuff. So it's like, and my doctor isn't like prescribing like psych meds and stuff. So
yeah, they don't. It's so hard to get in anywhere. I mean, I hobbled around on a fractured tibia and a torn ACL for 3 months before I ever seen the ortho.
Yeah.
2 months before I ever even had an MRI, and nobody knew anything until I went into the orthopedic. It's ridiculous.
The pandemic screwed everything up.
Yes, it did. That's why my husband hasn't been home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in the military. He came home from an 11-month deployment. He was deployed in Kuwait for 11 months. He come home, and it was right after Christmas, right after the New Year. And he was home for 2 weeks. Then he went to start bringing the equipment back from overseas, bringing it back in, doing the reverse of what he did before. And then, this started, and he ended up going on orders over transportation to build the test kits, get them all shipped out everywhere that needs to go, and taking care of that. And then it was respirators. It still is respirators, getting them all of 55 counties in the whole state. And he makes sure that all the nursing homes, all the schools, all of the hospitals, all of the places have their PPE, any emergency respirators, vaccines, test kits, all of that.
Wow.
And he's been doing it since it started.
Wow.
He ain't been home.
That must be hard on you to not have him.
He comes home occasionally, and when he does come home, we work. But I'm a military wife. I'm used to it.
Yeah. So
I'm just, and I'm a very independent person anyway.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's good. You live on a farm, right? I seen that you were posting pictures of horses. My daughter's like, she's so jealous. She wants like to live on a farm so bad. She loves horses and dogs and every animal. She's a wicked animal person.
Yeah.
Like, maybe someday.
Niecy, are you the only person? No, Niecy and Stephanie. Okay. Because I was only seeing one person watching, and I'm like, well, then that's me because I have it up on the computer.
Yeah, it only says one on mine too. That's weird.
I've got to go. Got to go, y'all. Hugs. Congratulations on the first live. Thank you, Niecy.
Oh, thank you.
She's so sweet.
Yes. And that's like one of the big reasons I started my channel too, is because friends, like, I don't have any friends that knit or crochet. Like, right. So I was like, I need to make some yarning friends.
Welcome back, Lorna.
Hi, Lorna.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of 90 acres on top of a mountain in a very rural area.
Oh my gosh.
So the only yarn shop that we had, privately owned yarn shop, her stepdaughter, or her son and daughter-in-law had a baby, and they lived down in the Carolinas. So she sold out, closed up shop, and moved.
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah, that's sad.
She hosted Thursday nights. She hosted a knit night where everybody could come together.
Right. Oh, that stinks.
So needless to say, yeah, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just sit here and do my own thing. And then I kept sharing with Katrina's Creations, sharing with her my work on her Facebook page. And she's like, you need to start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, okay. And I tossed it around so many times. I was like, oh my gosh, no. She said, no, seriously, Spring, you need to start. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm still here crocheting and watching and listening to the chat. You're listening to the chat, to us chat.
So glad, Stephanie.
Yeah, I'm happy I did, because I've met so many awesome people from all over the place. I mean, it's cool to be able to talk to so many people from all over the world. It's awesome.
It really is. I don't know what we did without this technology before. I'm glad we have it now.
You know, I think it was this weekend I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, my husband and I have been together since 2004. And I want to say somewhere around 2005-ish, he and I were talking, and I said, can you imagine what they're talking about? They're talking, because, I had a Star Trek phone back then, a little flip phone. That was a hot commodity at that point. Well, and he had one of them big box Nokia or whatever phones. Yeah. Well, I told him, I said, can you imagine they're talking about now that people will be able to see you when they call? I said, that's crazy. I don't want it. Somebody, you pick up the phone and they're like, hey, and I just got out of the shower.
Right? That's funny.
And it's funny because look how far it's come just since then.
That
wasn't that long ago. And now it's like, I'm okay with the fact that, oh, yeah, you hit video and there you are and we're talking. That's
it's so cool. Yeah, because normally you can only make friends in your town, and now it's like you can be friends all over the world, like,
right,
like you can hang out every day on here and talk and know everything about each other just as much as if you were to hang out with someone in person,
Exactly. It's cool because I remember like it was yesterday to thinking that was the craziest thing to have a cell phone like we have now, and for people to see me on a phone call.
Yeah, seriously, like we're gonna hang out, talk for a while.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, that's weird, but of course now it's just second nature,
it's normal,
whatever.
Yeah. Like, these kids, that are in this new generation, it's like they just act like it's normal. It's like, we never had that. When I was a kid, I never got a cell phone and stuff. Now these kids act like the 9-year-olds are like, I need a cell phone. I'm like, you're fucking 9. Why do you need a phone?
Exactly. My son didn't have one until he could buy his own, and that meant he had to have a job. So,
right. Yeah.
I didn't care if he was working for Neighbors or not. And if he ran out of minutes because his was prepaid minutes and he ran out of minutes because he didn't work, sorry, ain't my problem.
Yeah. My 16-year-old, he's trying that right now. He wants money to bring his girlfriend on a date and this and that. I'm like, you're 16, go do some work.
Yeah. Lorna was saying that, she has no friends off of YouTube, but because of YouTube, she has a mass amount of people that she, calls lovely people.
I'm pretty much the same way, Lorna. I think I have one good friend and that's it. The rest are all my YouTube friends.
Yeah. I have a few friends, on the next mountain over that way and the next mountain over that way.
Cross one mountain this way, one mountain this way.
If I holler, they don't hear me because I'm up top and they're down in the holler on the next mountain over.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Hollering don't work. Yeah, it is cool. I remember in school though, they asked us to write a letter to a pen pal.
Yeah.
And I think that was 1 year. And I think I wrote one letter and received one letter. And that was the end of that.
Yeah, I remember that too. We had to do that too.
Yeah. Stephanie said she's the same way as Lorna. And I say all the time, my friends live in my computer.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm awake. Time to wake up the friends.
Right. Where you guys at?
Come on, wake up. Let's go. Oh man.
But I feel like friends online are just the same as friends down the street. It's like you have someone to talk to. You're not lonely. You get to meet new people, and it's great.
And of course, just like I can't say in real life because it's still real life, but in the present area, it's the same way. You have good and bad. You'll run across some really
weird people, probably.
Weird, dirty, nasty, hateful, big TROL. You got some of them, I mean, it's everywhere.
Everywhere
no matter where you go.
Yeah, exactly. It don't matter. It's like, it's same thing with bad stuff around. It's like, like my cousin, she was doing bad stuff. So she moves across the 5 states over, and it's like anywhere you go, it's going to follow you. You have to like get away from it,
Open your eyes and recognize it.
Bad stuff's everywhere.
Lorna,
you're going to just not do it. Like
time zones kick my butt too. That's kind of part of why I did the live yesterday morning. It wasn't just for the fact that I had all that fiber that I wanted to get spun. It was because I normally don't go live in the mornings, which I miss people over the pond. Lorna stays up late on Thursday nights and comes in and talks in my chat. And it's late her time.
Right. Yeah. Time zone is the one hard thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you get like, because I mean, I know like I'm in like Eastern Standard Time.
Me too.
I know like people that are semi close to me, like what is it, Pacific Standard, I think is like either an hour before or behind, but there are some time zones that I think are like 3 hours like ahead.
Well, over in California, it's 3.
3
Lucy is like 2 hours. Connie is 1 hour. Connie's in Louisiana. She's Central Standard Time. She's 1 hour. If it's 7 o'clock here, it's 6 o'clock at Connie's.
Yeah.
And go on over a little bit to Nisi in Mountain Time. She's 2 hours behind. And then further over into California's 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I watch Ashley from Heart Hook Home, and I know she's always I think it's an hour before me. She's in Kansas, I believe. So, yeah, I know we're like
she
an
should
hour
be behind.
Well, yeah, you're right. I think, an hour. I'm an hour later than her.
And I was just going to say, and Lorna's like 5 hours, depending on, the people across the pond there she said, let's see, I am UK time. It's 6:22 p.m. And here is 1:30 or 1:23. Wow. So.
Whoa. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah. There's usually like 5 or 6 hours between us and across the pond, depending on where.
Yeah. So I can see like if you go live at 6 o'clock at night, to her it's like midnight.
Yeah, exactly. And the same thing with Ursula. You know, I'm always going to her lives in our morning. I'm
Right.
out in the barn finishing up chores, and I've got her playing in my pocket, you know, and I'm commenting here and there. But you know, it's our morning. It's earlier in the morning for us, but for her, it's like afternoon,
Right.
evening.
Yeah.
And I'm going, she's going to bed long before I ever started live. So she never would have got to come had I not done one early like I did yesterday.
Yeah, so that's cool to like switch them up so that you get
Mm-hmm.
some faraway people to be at your morning one.
Yep. Yep. And I'm not, honestly, I did a bunch of lives to begin with, as far as, you know, hanging out with, I still like hanging out with people on lives, you know, going and hanging out with some people on lives. But I cut down. I was having so much problems getting what I needed to get done, not just for my own channel, but for my own life. I said,
Right.
I can't be in everybody's live. I got to go do my own thing. I got to get off of here.
Yeah, like if you let it, YouTube can definitely like take over your life, because I have like a couple different lives that I like to watch a couple times a week, and they do like 2 hour lives.
Yep.
So like if I actually try to catch them all, like I literally be on YouTube all day.
Yep.
Like,
Exactly.
sorry, kids are not eating today. I'm too busy on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah, I can definitely take a lot of your time.
Lorna, are you doing lives anymore other than the coins? Because she was doing them there for a while. Yeah, same here, Spring. I had to cut back to. Okay, exactly what I was asking. Yeah, it was just too much. And like I say, I'm the only one here. So if I don't do it, it ain't getting done. And that's not a good thing.
No, gotta get the chores done. I know, it's like when I get off of here, I gotta go folded like half of the laundry last night and put it away. Now I got like 2 more bags to fold and put away. I've been slacking for a couple of days. I gotta get caught up on my chores. I want to set up the Christmas tree and everything, so I'm trying to get the house ready to do that, and
right,
never have the time, energy, motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, you get in the Christmas spirit here. Christmas is my favorite holiday. The kids think I'm crazy. They're like, it's not even December yet, Mom. I'm like, I don't care. I want it up early this year.
I'm starting my lives again.
Oh, cool. I'll be sure to join one. Uh-oh. I think I lost Spring. Oh, hold on.
Hello.
There you are.
That's another reason I don't go live normally during the day, is because spam calls just.
Oh, when you get a call, it like cuts you out.
Yeah, it's like, see ya.
Yeah, I was like, I think I lost her. And then all of a sudden I saw a thing. I'm like, oh, maybe there she is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I was reading Lorna's and 2nd of December, and Lorna thought I'd left. So she was like, well, see ya. Stephanie. Yeah, exactly. Stephanie. I'm a supporter for channels, but you know, I got things to do in my life too. Exactly.
I had to do the same thing too.
Yeah. And it's like, whoa, I'm not upset. I'm not mad. I'm not nothing. I just got my own crap to deal with.
Yeah. Especially when you have like your own channel and everything, because you're trying to work on your own stuff. So it's like, I want to support everyone else, but I only got so much time in a day.
Right. That's, I prepare my, you know, I'm like you were talking about overthinking. I'm way ahead in overthinking. I'm like, that surprise spin yesterday was definitely a surprise to me. But I'm like, when I'm doing tutorials, I'm working it so that way at the end you have a project.
Mm-hmm.
You finish something. It's not just, oh, here's this pattern and that's it. You're working towards something. So in my mind, I'm already working days and days and days ahead. And then I'm going, okay, I need to take out time. When do I need to feed? Okay, I've got this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
And if something happens to interrupt it, it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Especially like where you're doing like, tutorials 3 days a week, video, like one day live, one day, like that's a lot, you definitely have a lot of preparing and stuff to do.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Nana Kathleen. Welcome in.
Hi.
Yeah, I get, but that's kind of like that. Stephanie says exactly, Spring. Yeah, you get in with the whole military train of thought, hurry up and wait. And it's like, okay, I'm going to hurry up and get all this stuff prepared. Now I got to wait. And I got to wait for each in particular time frame for things to happen because I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah, I know. I want to, I'm going to check out like those videos you keep doing on the needle tatting, I think it's called. Yep. That looks so cool. I was looking at like, I think it's like a shop that you made with all your stuff in there to like sell.
Yeah. I just put it in for sale in my Facebook group for the YouTube channel. Okay. I just put it in there for sale because I had been asked by people, subscribers, if I sell stuff, and it's like, I don't have an Etsy shop. I mean, I do, but it's inactive because they charge way too much.
Yeah.
I don't make money unless I sell something. So
so why am I going to give you a big cut of it? Like, yeah,
it's like I can't put it on Etsy if I don't have the money to begin with. So that's the only way I can sell.
Yeah, like if I'm not selling nothing, why am I going to pay you? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, I love like all your little stuff, like what were they, Christmas tree earrings, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so pretty.
Thank you. And let's see, Lorna said, I'm full mod for TGBCH channel in the UK. Her man lost internet for a week and we couldn't stream at all. Now we are on catch. Ugh. That's not fun.
Oh boy, yeah, that stinks. I lose my internet for like a couple hours and I'm going crazy.
It don't bother me. It was so funny when everything shut down, everything except YouTube, everything shut down. It was so funny. I was recording that day and I was doing videos and stuff, and I was waiting for the last one to upload to YouTube, and it was processing, so it was taking forever. And I'm sitting there and I was like, it's been really weird. There's not been a phone call, a message. Nobody tried to voice message me, video chat me. Nothing. There's been nothing.
Huh. What's going on?
Opened Facebook and it was like, sorry, screw you.
Yeah, it was so weird. Like, I didn't even know. I'm always on Facebook and Instagram, and somehow I must have not even gone on it that day because until later that night, I didn't even know it happened. And then all of a sudden, everyone's talking about it, and I'm like, "What are you guys talking about?" I'm like, I didn't even know.
I think it was 4:00 or something when our time when I looked, and within an hour it was back up. But
yeah,
it was so funny though. Yeah,
I know. And with my internet thing, it's like I honestly don't rely on the internet too much. I mean, I like YouTube, but it's mainly like my kids because 2 out of my 3 kids are like really like gamer people. And so they're like constantly on their game. So if the internet goes out, they like, oh, I was on a game. What the heck? Like, oh my God.
I'm glad I don't have to worry about that.
My son, he takes his gaming like so seriously. Those are so pretty. I need to learn how to do that. That's so cool.
It's fun.
Is that with like a crochet hook, like a really tiny crochet hook, or?
No, it's tatting. It's different than
It's
crochet.
completely different. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch some of your videos. I never even heard of it until I saw you like doing videos on it. I was like,
Yeah, it's needle tatting, but
oh,
definitely start with the basics when you
yeah,
go to start.
yeah,
Thanks, Lorna.
definitely.
Yeah, you definitely got to start with the basics. You can't jump into
Yeah,
the bigger
no,
ones.
your stuff looks pretty like intermediate.
Right. Yeah, I love tatting. It's so much fun. But I like I don't think that there's any fiber related stuff that I don't like.
Right.
I mean, I really love it all. There's nothing that I used to not like knitting, but I don't mind it at all now.
Yeah. When I first started, oh my God, I was like, I wanted to learn so bad for so long. And then when I first started, it's like, what do I do with these two things? I must have threw them across the room like 5 times. Like, because with a hook, it's gotta like you pick it up, and it's just knitting is so. I feel like it's a lot harder to learn knitting than crocheting for sure. But now I love it. The only thing is like my purling, like I want to be like the people
You're
that
welcome,
can just
Nana.
like purl so easily. They just make it look so easy, and I am like the slowest purler in the world.
The way that I do it, it's
Oh,
scooping.
thank you guys.
Well, there's Miss Jeannie, Miss Proverbs.
Hi.
Thank you for your support here at
Yeah.
home, Nana Kathleen. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
You have 8 thumbs up as
I know, it's so awesome.
whoop,
Guys.
whoop. Oh, 9. Make that 9.
Nice. I can't see it from mine because I'm on a phone, but thank you all very much.
That's awesome. 9.
Yes.
Yeah, when I first started learning to knit, it was like, okay, I got the knit part. That's simple enough.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was the purl, and I had a hard time, and I kept asking my mom. Of course, she lives, cross country, but I kept asking her, well, because I'm a continental knitter and she's English and throws, she's like, you're doing it backwards. And she's always said that about my crocheting and everything. She's like, that's so weird the way you do stuff. I was like, but it comes out right.
Right.
That's what my math teacher used to say. Hey. But yeah, I mean, once I finally figured it out, and I'll say in like my knitting tutorials, when I purl, I scoop.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm on the knit side, I have to knit through the back stitch, the back leg of the stitch. Yeah. Otherwise, every stitch would twist. And it would be really hard to knit it because it's crooked because of the way that I purl.
Yeah. Well, everyone learns different, and as long as you get the end result, I feel like whatever, as long as you're getting the right result.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like me. Like I don't like I had a hard time learning to purl, so eventually I got it where I just like kind of wrap it around, and it works, and it doesn't twist or nothing. So good. Whatever, it's a slow, it's a slow way to do it, but I guess as long as it works, whatever.
Right. Yeah, I was laughing. I told Mom I was showing her a video because she couldn't figure it out how I was actually. I would lay it down and the yarn would be coming from the left side, and take a picture of it and send it to her. And she's like, what in the world? So I did a short video. I put the camera, my phone. This is long before the whole boom and everything for my phone. Yeah. I had the camera tilting off the edge of my cabinet, you know, off my countertop, and I'm up under the countertop trying to knit.
Oh my God.
And I send it to her and she goes, it looks like that's faster, but I still don't understand what you're doing.
That's so funny.
It's like, okay, never mind. So when I was out there back in July, I said, Mom, this is how I do it. And she's looking at me and she's like, okay, whatever.
That's funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
That's like how my daughter's, she's been wanting to crochet lately, and so I'm trying to teach her.
Yeah.
It's like I was surprised she actually started getting it, but I think with kids they don't have the patience. Like she got like the chain stitch and like a single crochet pretty much down, like she was doing good, and then she just gave up. And I'm like, that's the problem with teaching kids. Like they want to do it, then they don't, then they want to.
Yep. And with your own kids, it's harder to teach your own kids. They'll learn anything from anybody else, but if mom or dad tries to teach them, they don't know anything. So
it's so true. Like if I was teaching other kids, it'd be fine, but your own kids don't want to listen to you.
Exactly. It's like cleaning the house. Your kids will go clean somebody else's house, but they won't clean their room.
Right. Oh my God. I'm like, why are you this good for other people but not for me?
That was our son. He'd go work on other people's farms, but when it come time to actually put up hay or something on ours, it was like pulling teeth.
Yeah, that's funny.
Crazy kids.
Yeah, they sure are.
I taught my daughter-in-law to crochet, and now she does all kinds of amigurumi and everything else. I'm like, better you than me. I don't do that amigurumi garbage.
No. Oh, no. I cannot.
It hurts my hands.
Oh, my kids are always bugging me to make them. Like they see all this stuff on TikTok and like make me this. No, I don't do amigurumi. Nope. I tried I made one thing, like Cinnamon Stitches had put out this big like giant bee, and so I tried making the bee with the velvet yarn, and it was cute, but I do horrible. I can't do the freaking eyes. No, I can't. I hate sewing. So you like sew all these body parts, and then it's always like single crochet in these tiny No, I cannot.
You remember when the little octopuses came out?
Oh yeah, my daughter.
I made one. Done.
Yeah, my daughter.
I shipped that bad boy off to a girlfriend of mine who was having a baby. I said, "Here you go."
It ain't happening.
Ain't doing that again. Nope.
Yeah, no, my daughter wanted one of those too. She's, oh my God, like no, I can't do those. I'm the type of crocheter that like I like hats, I like cardigans, like I'm mostly a cardigan type person. Like anything like hats, scarves, cardigans, socks, I know about those things, but I don't do toys and crap.
Right. That reminds me, Lorna, did you get your knitting looms in? Because you were talking about it because you think that might be easier being a left-handed person to use knitting looms. If you're still here, Miss Lorna. I remember her talking about it a while back. She was wanting to learn to crochet, but she was having a heck of a time. I'm ambidextrous on probably 90% of things. And I tried to crochet something to like a basics crochet. So that way maybe I could help her. But my brain and my left hand were not working it out properly. Yeah. So I gave up.
Sorry, it's happening.
But yeah, she was talking about getting knitting looms. I'm here. No, I'm looking now. Okay.
Is Proverbs 31? Is that Jeannie her name?
Yep. Okay. She's the one that'll usually come up on panel with me on Thursday night and narrate for me.
Oh, cool. Hi, Jeannie. I wanted to say hi by your name. So I just wanted to make sure.
Yep. She's the one that I spun the first half of the yarn for. I actually have the white down here to spin today for, I've got to spin the white today. So that way I can ply the black and the white tomorrow night. And then I can soak it and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. I know I want to order. I'm trying to get my husband for Christmas. I'm like, just get me a gift card to Knit Picks. I want to order some of their bare like sock yarn so I can try to learn to dye my own.
Yep.
I think that'll be fun.
It is fun to dye your own.
I'm trying to get into all the fibery things. It's like I know how to crochet and knit, and I do diamond dots sometimes. I wasn't doing them for a while, but lately, now that I'm knitting too, I don't know how to manage my time very well. So I'm like, I want to read, I want to diamond dot, I want to knit, I want to do all the things, but I can't manage time well. So, but I would like to learn how to dye yarn too, and eventually I'd like to spin too, and all those things. But we'll see if I can ever learn to manage my time better.
Right? That's like this poor, weave over here. See if I can get the camera right. There we are. This thing,
that's cool.
I need to get it finished. I mean, I've got a lot left up here to finish.
Yeah.
And I just keep covering it up.
You're like, I'm going to cover it so I don't see it. Yeah, that's like my sewing machine.
It's like the treadmill. It makes a perfect coat rack.
That's so funny. Yep, that's so true. We got rid of ours. My husband said that. He's like, you never use it. It's just like a coat rack.
Uh-huh. Jeannie said that Knit Picks is having a great Black Friday.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to hit that up for sure. What was I gonna say? Yeah, that's like my sewing machine. I really wanted to learn to sew project bags because they're so expensive, but I love them. So I'm like, I'm gonna learn to sew them myself. So for my birthday, my husband went out, bought me a sewing machine. He got me this big, really expensive thing that had it's like a carrying case, and it has 50 different things with a thread for the sewing machine, and I got all the stuff, but I tried for a week and I gave up.
There's some good YouTube channels on sewing.
Yeah, so I need to just make time and try to learn it.
I actually learned to sew on a foot treadle Singer sewing machine.
Cool. Yeah.
And having to back it up a few stitches by hand and everything.
Nice.
Lorna, you're looking at yellow, blue, pink, green. So you're looking at, probably this set with the big pegs.
Yeah, that's actually what I learned first before I even learned to crochet. I think I started off with the loom knitting, but I never just really caught on to it. So I taught myself to crochet.
Well, I loom knitted for a little while, and I have a bunch of different ones. I loom knitted for a little while, and then I learned to knit, and needless to say, I ain't messed with the looms.
Yeah, I know how to real knit now, so I think that's kind of how I feel with my Centro, whatever it's called. It's I like it because it's obviously quicker, but now that I know how to knit, I'm like, what do I need that for?
Jeannie said she loves her looms, which
that's awesome.
She has several too. And she said that she would love to learn to sew one day, but not today.
That's how I feel too. One day it's sitting there waiting for me. Someday I'll.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I learned to spin yarn on the drop spindle first, and then I got my big wheel and I got frustrated with it and spent trying to work on tension and the pedal speed and everything combined at one go. And I got aggravated with it, so I went back to my drop spindle. And then I got the little nano electric spinning wheel that I use occasionally. And I love that thing to death, because then I could learn to actually work the fiber onto the bobbin and not worry about my feet.
Right.
Then once I figured out that part, then I went back to the big wheel, and now I enjoy more so spinning on my big wheel than I do the little nano.
Right. Yeah. When I eventually try to learn, I'll definitely start with the what was that called again?
The drop spindle.
Yeah, drop spindle. I always forget. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're fun. Still at 9. I have multiple different kinds of those looms, because I was trying to, those knitting looms, I was trying to get socks.
Yeah.
Is what I was after.
That's
and none
so
of them turned out right. So
yeah,
I was like,
that's when I first started blooming. That's what I wanted to learn too, is the sock. My husband did too. He actually went and bought like this like wooden like sock loom, and neither of us ever figured it out.
I bet you I probably have it right here. I have 2 different ones right here. Oh, that one?
Yeah, it's pretty much that, but mine, the pegs are like metal. But yeah, it's pretty much that same one. Oh.
And then I got this one.
Yeah,
where this piece slides.
Yeah, that's the one I have. Yep.
Yep. I had a sock on here, started a sock on here with actually, come back. This paint box yarn. Come here.
Pretty. I like that.
It's paint box sock yarn. And I'm like, I think I had the cuff and probably 2 inches. And it literally sat on this loom like that for 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Finally, I don't know, it was a couple of weeks ago. Finally, I'm like, all right, that's it. Took it off.
Right.
No more. It's coming off of there. Not doing it.
So that paint box yarn, did you say that's a sock yarn?
Yeah. It's
oh, man, I've never heard of that before.
Paint box yarns, pick your palette socks.
Oh,
and it's 100-gram ball, 75% wool, superwash, and 25% polyamide, and it's a number 1.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to look for that. It's really pretty.
Nana Michelle said Hobie is having, or it's actually hubby, isn't it?
I know.
It's something like that.
Different. I always say Hobie. Yeah, Hobie, I think. I don't know.
They're having a Black Friday right now. Of course they are. I'm broke, as always.
Yeah, I know. I was like so annoyed. I ordered like that sock yarn, the Christmas sock yarn, and it was on sale a little bit. It was down to like $7.60. And then the next day I get a thing saying, oh, it's down to $6 now. I'm like, are you serious? I ordered the day before.
It never fails. It's that way with me with fiber. When I'm needing the fiber and wanting something, that's how it usually works for me. It's like I have the money to get it now, and 2 days later it goes on sale for half the price. It's aggravating. Jeannie, was it the plastic pink one or was it the wooden one you said you had? I have the X loom somewhere. I have the X loom, wooden loom.
Yeah. Is that like scarves or something?
Well, it's really kind of cool because you can, each of the X pieces, you can move and slide it in or out. So you can make something large all the way
Oh,
around the whole X,
yeah.
or you can shrink the X in size and make smaller and smaller. And the center, you can actually make socks on it.
Oh, wow. That's
Mine
awesome.
is purple, but yeah, it's like the pink one you have. Okay. That pink one was my final, like, okay, I'm getting this and hopefully I can make a sock. Well,
Yeah. That's
I
like
just
the
ordered
the
them. We'll let you
one
know when I
the
get them.
wooden one we had, like we never even used it either. Like we used the first one and then the second one I've never even used. Like
I have oval ones. I have the really long rectangular ones.
yeah.
I have that X loom. I have those sock looms. I have 2 or 3 different sets of circular looms. Peg sizes are all different and the spacing between them and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think I have 2 or 3 different sizes of those. And then I have 2 of them big Afghan S ones.
Yeah. Those are cool.
I ordered one. I wanted one. So I ordered one. Well, that same year, as I ordered it and said I ordered it and it was being shipped to me already, my Secret Santa also got me
Oh
one and
no.
sent it to me.
That's funny. Like,
I'm like, oh
oh.
no. Oh no. Yeah, Jeannie has over 40 looms.
Oh wow. That's
Knitting
cool.
looms. She has a ton of them.
Oh my gosh.
When
Yeah, I
she
think
says she loves her knitting looms, she ain't joking.
yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I think I
I'm
have the
excited
3
for you, Lorna.
circular ones, like the big, the medium, and the small circular, and then I think I have 2 sock ones, but that's all
Yeah.
I have.
Nana Michelle, do you use or have you used any of the looms? Or Stephanie, whoever's still here? I know that there's several people there's a lot of people that use them. I think, what is it, Turbo Kelly or Kelly's Turbo Night or something like that. It's Kelly something. Kelly's Creations. And she has Turbo Tuesday, I think. But she does a lot of loom knitting.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm just, when I started actually knitting on knitting needles, I never
Yeah.
even touched them again. I need to do something with them.
Yeah, that's how I was. Like I started learning, but then once I learned to crochet, then I was like, and then I learned to knit, and then I was definitely like,
Stephanie says I've never used a loom. Yeah, those knitting
I
looms
honestly
are.
don't think I ever even really created a project with it. Like I used them a few times, but like I don't know, they were kind of confusing. Like I think I made one hat, but then never anything else.
I made 2 pair of house slippers with blanket yarn on one and the Woolies Thick and Quick on the other pair, on the smallest of the circles from your circle pack, on the smallest of the circles, and it's got the heel and everything. I made 2 pair.
Wow, that's awesome.
That was all I've made on them. But I don't knit because I don't like using 2 needles. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
That's what why a lot of people use the knitting looms, is because they have a hard time using needles and knitting needles.
Yeah, I feel like loom knitting is definitely easier to learn than like real knitting.
Right. And there is a lot of different designs. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with loom knitting, a lot of different techniques. Yeah. I'm not a I was actually trying to convert. I have a book for loom knitting, and I was trying to convert some patterns over to just regular knitting.
Yeah.
That wasn't going very well, but maybe one day. I
Right.
can't get my hands to work together. LOL.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like your hands are like saying, no, I'm supposed to use one hook here, not two needles.
Right. I was in a Facebook group once, and they were talking about, it comes up all the time as to how you hold your crochet hook. And I got to find the right kind to even show you. From my. So they were talking about, I'm a pencil crocheter, or I'm a knife crocheter. And then all of a sudden in this feed, this woman says, this is how I do it. And she's not holding the yarn, she's holding the project, and she slipped her hook into the stitch, hooked the yarn that was just dangling, hooked the yarn, and chunked. I mean, like, let go the crochet hook backwards. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then she picked it up and made the stitch. And then she reaches to the next stitch and she chunked it through. I mean, she was literally letting go of the crochet hook every stitch. I'm like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why are you letting go of the crochet hook?
I know.
That's the only time I've ever seen that. I was like, oh my gosh.
All right. Proverbs 31 says, when I did not know how to knit, I got the looms, but I will never give them up. I want my grandbabies to learn to use the looms. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nana says, I'm learning to knit. I can crochet, embroidery, counted cross stitch and diamond painting, and I dabble with acrylic, water, and oil painting. That's awesome. Yeah. A jack of all trades.
I like painting and drawing and stuff like that. Not as much as I did when I was in high school, but I do like it. But embroidery, I can, if I worked hard at it, I could. There's nothing you can't do. It's just putting your mind to it.
Yeah.
But I've never done diamond painting. I have tried to cross stitch, and me and it have not figured it out yet.
Yeah. I tried cross stitching for a little bit, but I couldn't get the hang of it either. I definitely am not a drawer or painter. I've always wanted to do the painting thing, so I do like the paint by numbers because I am not a good painter. But eventually I gave up on that. I do diamond dots too. Yeah, those are fun. It's definitely like really, I like them because you really have to like concentrate, like even more than crochet and knitting. Because it's like
I'm scared of what those would do to me. To be honest, I'm so OCD on things like projects. I'll sit here and I'll be like, because I want it to be finished.
Yeah.
I have a really hard time stopping and walking away.
Yeah.
When it's not finished, it drives me crazy.
Yeah, those things are definitely not for everyone. It's, because they're so small, they take so long, and you have to have the pieces like precisely. So it definitely is a lot. And then like my thing is, it's hard because like you get these little trays to dump them, but they're so tiny they just spill so easily. And I'm like, that's probably why I haven't done them in a while. Let's see. That's cool. Yeah, keep going on learning to knit, Jeannie. You'll get there. I just like pretty much learned myself. I kind of skipped over like the beginner stuff. Like most people start off with like a scarf or something. I just wanted to learn a knit sock, so I jumped right into circular knitting, and I just went straight for hats. And by
Uh-huh.
some miracle, I managed it. And then I was like, all right, I did a couple of hats. I'm going on a sock.
Right.
That's cool, Stephanie. Yeah, the cross stitch, I've always wanted to be able to do that. There's such beautiful cross stitches, but I just could not get the hang of it. My mom used to cross stitch when she was younger.
My mother-in-law does, and I'm just like, my dad had some he was blind, and this organization sent projects once every so many months or whatever, and one of them was cross stitching, like for 4th of July coasters situation.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
he's like, can you see this to do it? And I messed with it a little bit, and I'm like, I have no clue what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
I like knitting. I really do. But we're all learning. We're always learning. And if we're not
Yeah.
learning something, we ain't breathing.
It's so true. Like even with crocheting, I've been doing it for 10 years, but there's still so many things I want to learn. Like I still haven't figured out like color work in crochet or knitting. Neither of them I can really, I don't get like how to carry the yarn or the like yarns and all that. Like, so, but yeah, there's always something to learn. I just learned cables in crochet recently, and then I kind of like I've learned it a little bit. Like I can do the hat. Oh, sorry. But yeah, so I can do the basics, but even like cables, I'm still working on color work. I want to learn. Like there's so many things to learn.
Yep. Even this year, I mean, I've been crocheting for almost 40 years. I mean, mom taught me to finger crochet when I was 5 years old, and everything from there out has pretty much been self-taught. And just since I started YouTube, I learned how to crochet I-cord. I never knew how to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Always learning.
Yep. So true. And now I see now everyone's big into like the whole fork thing to crochet the I-cords. I'm like, no, I'm not going to order an expensive fork from Furls just to crochet an I-cord. No.
No. They make these really cool things that make knitted ones.
Oh, really?
Like little eggs.
Yeah. Is it like a tiny little like circle thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that at Michael's a couple weeks ago, and I went. I was wondering. Yeah, I thought it made I-cords. I was like, that looks like it's for an I-cord.
Yeah. I knew those. You know, you could make those with the different little knitted ones and hand do it, or the ones that are on the crank. But to actually crochet an I-cord, that was like, okay, I've got to do this, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I did that. Like, I've been following Ashley from Heart Hook Home for probably at least like 5-7 years, something. Pretty much since the beginning. And I remember in one of her patterns, she had a tutorial showing us the I-cord. I remember doing it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's for like, I could see it for like a bag strap or something. It'd be cool for. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I have to go pick up my daughter in a few minutes.
Yep.
So I guess we'll wrap this up. But thank you so much, Spring, for coming on with me. It definitely helped me. And thank you to everyone that came. Probably going to try to do another one, maybe like next week, maybe like next Wednesday, same time, like noon, I think would be good. So. All right. Well, we will talk soon.
Bye guys.
Bye.